Hey, Will, how's it going?
What's up? How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. We are streaming literally everywhere today. I am blown away at the number of different channels that we are streaming on right now. This is kind of wild to me that we are able to stream in
Yeah, it
all of
is
these different
nice to be able
places.
to. It's easier now. I'm glad that these tools allow us to stream to multiple platforms. Although I will add that we're not just streaming to one set of multiple platforms. We're streaming to two sets, your set and my set. This is a cross stream for those who are watching.
Yeah, because we're on. So, right now, if you're just tuning in, we'll tell you more about what this is all about in a minute. But if you're tuning in right now, we are literally streaming right now on the DevCycle LinkedIn channel, DevCycle YouTube channel, DevCycle Twitch channel, and the DevCycle X/Twitter account. And then, where are we streaming for you right now, Will?
My YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, and my Twitter. Did I say Twitter?
Yeah,
Or did I say X? Okay, so
you,
Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. All mine. All on my personal. So if you're interested, you can watch it. They're all the same experience. So just watch it on this one right here if you're watching on his.
I love this. Yeah, and this will be the true challenge because so you're using, and we're also using two different services. So we're using StreamYard and we're using Ecamm, and I think we're on Zoom right now too. So many different
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah, we got Zoom as a backup. It's currently not being used at the moment, that makes it easier. But yeah, I'm using Ecamm, which allows me to host guests in an interview mode, which is what we're using. And I'm in the StreamYard. So I got to make sure that I don't accidentally, let me make sure I move this to another screen because I will accidentally close the browser
Yep.
and ruin the entire stream.
No, we won't ruin anything. No ruining shall happen because we have got this figured out. This is our fourth stream
Yeah, it's the
together,
fourth one.
and
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
we are we have figured this out now.
It's
Um,
actually kind of insane, like how relaxed you were with getting everything set up this time around.
yeah, I
I
know the
don't I don't
first
know if
time.
you realize it. Like you were just relaxed about it. It's like, oh yeah, you know what to do. You weren't like just like oh like
I trust you, Will. I've learned to just trust in the process. You're an expert in this,
well, I
and
mean,
I
it sounds like
feel
you are one too because you got it set up. But you
I
just like
know.
yeah, it's like you're like oh I got to make sure I meet myself here. Got to make sure I meet myself here. It's like yeah, it reminded me that I also had to meet myself in different places.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thing
know.
that a lot of people I don't think realize about live streaming is you also have your own audio you have to worry about, but it's also the audio of the external person. And how do you make sure that, for instance, he's playing music? How do you make sure that his music doesn't accidentally leak into mine? There's a lot of things that you don't really think about, but we've thought about these things
We
for
have.
you.
It's funny. So it's funny you talk about the music and streaming tips for people that are out there. But I was streaming. I did a stream on HTMX last week because I'm super excited about it. I love simple technologies that abstract. I'm a terrible software developer. I'll never be an engineer because I love abstraction. The more I don't need to know what's going on, the more I love it. And the entire stream, the music was too loud and my audio, I have an omnidirectional mic that I was
Mhm.
facing the exact opposite direction from. So you basically just heard me mumbling to myself through the entire stream, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to make sure if I'm using multiple monitors, I need to have my mic in the right spot.
Well, there's two parts to that. Number one is, I mean, you may see me always going back and forth. It's me checking my stream. That's what the iPad is for. But the other one is, how come the audience didn't tell you? Like the stream is a two-way relationship, y'all. Like it's between me and you. Well, not me, not me and Andrew, but it's between Andrew and I and the rest of you, the audience. Like that's the beauty of live streaming. We're talking live. You get to join into the conversation. You get to potentially direct the conversation. Like something that you couldn't do in the past. Like think about it. Remember, you as a kid, you're watching PBS. That's something that we have here in the
Yeah, we have,
states.
we have PBS.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
got PBS up there? Okay,
Oh
all right.
yeah.
Well, yeah, watching PBS, and it's like, how dope would it be if you're watching PBS and you're watching the dude who's drawing, and you're like, hey, draw this, and he draws that. That's what you have today. Don't take it for granted.
It's so true. I feel like this is the so here's the interesting thing. So I want to touch on that, but the interesting thing is there was messages that was sent on Slack which I didn't have open at the time. And so I get these Slack messages afterwards, and somebody's like, hey, and I'm like, we were literally streaming on 5 different channels. Why couldn't you have put it in the comments there? So I would have seen it all on the screen. But
Oh, did you announce in your own Slack? I announced in mine, but let me also.
Yeah, I put it on all of our social media too. Yeah, people start to rock and roll in.
I'm gonna drop it in my in the community Discord. I forgot to do that. My bad. Sorry. Do I have a link to yours? I want a link to your stream. Can you share that with me, please?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. Actually, I'm gonna put it up on. No, I'll share it in the link. I'll send the link to you. Where are we hiding? bit.ly / DevCycle Discord. I think that link should work. I just sent it in Slack.
All right. Give me a second. Let me pull that. I'm about to add mention here in my channel, and this is kind of a passive aggressive way to be like, you know.
Yeah.
It's not the channel. It's not ad channel. It's like whoever's here, you know, if you're in here, if you're lurking, you're gonna get this message. You know, feel free to leave the channel anytime. Yes, I don't care. Ignore it. Does Discord not have a here?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You can do just channel though, and I think it'll only grab people that are online. It kind of.
I don't have
here.
a channel. I don't get that either. I guess I'll just drop it. Maybe people will see it. Okay. All right. Cool. Now it's there, and I don't really have a. I'm not really prolific on Twitter. I'll put it on Twitter. Although no, technically, it's on Twitter.
I put it on Twitter already. I put it on Twitter and I put it on LinkedIn earlier. So.
Well, also we're streaming too. I forgot about that. So it's like I'm streaming on Twitter. It's like it's no.
This is the thing, right? It's like so did you ever use Periscope when it was a thing?
Nah, I don't even know what it was for or what it did.
So Periscope was like the live streaming platform that Twitter bought, and then they basically shut it down. And it wasn't a great platform because like discoverability was terrible. But like I love streaming on X now because like it's genuinely easy to access the content. Like just so much easier. Like I follow you, Will, and like I get notifications every time you go online.
Oh really?
Okay. Yeah, and it's awesome. It just like shows up kind of like there's a space, like a Twitter Spaces going, and I love it.
Oh, it shows up at okay. So I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen a live stream on Twitter, like ever, including my own. I just know that they go there.
It's good. It's super smooth. It's
it
super
is?
smooth
Okay.
to access. Yeah, I would say it's one of the better live streaming experiences that I have had with like a social platform. Like I find Facebook is so it gets super busy with all the reactions, stuff like that, and Instagram Live. I found the same thing, but I find like it's super easy to access. Anyways, I'm a big X fan.
Okay, so I'm curious then, are you able to chat with the streamer?
No, it's the one thing you can't do. So you can create a thread. So like if I go on right now, I think like I get a notification and then okay, that's smart actually. So there is chat, but only if you're a premium member.
Okay, so I am a premium member, but I imagine most of the people watching me are not premium members, so they cannot say anything. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a barrier to entry. I don't like someone not being able to join a conversation without paying something, like it's a paywall, right? Especially if they're not paying me. It's like I would be like, you don't have to pay me, but like, yeah, all right, well, that
It's true.
explains why I don't get chat or even the option to chat from Ecamm in the in uh my comment window.
Yeah. Yeah. So, should we tell everybody what the heck we're doing here? I mean, aside from just hanging out, because this is really what I feel like Twitch and all this streaming stuff is about.
I'm gonna let you tell me what we're doing. I'm
All right.
gonna go with the flow. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
That
here
is
for
it.
you.
I love that. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. Yeah, so some context. If you haven't caught Will and my first 3 streams, so we're both developer advocates. We work in developer relations for a couple of startups. I work for DevCycle, which is this big thing back here. Will works for OneSignal. We'll maybe talk about that a little bit later when we play around with some code. And our companies do some work together. So DevCycle and OneSignal are sort of doing a little bit of work together. And so when we met, I think it would have been like 3 or 4 months ago, we were in a meeting and we were like, hey, we need to just like do some streams together. Let's build some integrations. Let's see what's possible. If you tuned into stream 1 through 3, it was basically us fighting with React and ending in us just going to like a vanilla JavaScript or like a vanilla HTML page with like scripts thrown in, and we actually got something working.
The way it should be. Like, let's be fair. Like React is a means to JavaScript. If you know JavaScript and you know that, like, if you know the fundamental things, just write that. Like, I mean, we're not building web apps here. And even if we were, you know, they used to be built with pure JavaScript.
They were.
Just fun
and
fact.
You know what? I mean, listen, I did a stream on HTMX last week. I did a stream on Alpine.js a couple weeks before. Both of these are like they're like meta frameworks within JavaScript, but they're really focused on like, we're not going to give you this huge bloated thing that you don't need. It's like, we're going to give you an easy way to access parts of JavaScript that you want to access, but allow you to use vanilla JS to like do the things that it does really well. And they've been like hitting really, really well, like shockingly well, way more than I thought they would. So I feel like there's something to be said for like moving away from the chaotic abstraction that is things like React and Next and all the rest of these things, and just like going back to basics to get some of these things working.
Yeah, the whole I don't have a strong for or against React, but I do think that it hampers people in the sense that I don't know, it's so much JavaScript stuff that React, because React is JavaScript, obviously, but it also has this new markup language. What do they call it? What do you call it?
JSX.
Yeah, they have this new markup language that makes it feel like you're not really writing JavaScript, because you get this more declarative look, but in reality, those are functions that you're calling. And all of these things, you should still think about, you know, the fact that functions work a little bit differently in JavaScript. And but I at this point in time, I think it's perfectly valid to start a project with just pure JavaScript from here on out. Because now you don't have to worry about your abstractions breaking, which is what I think we ran into, which is
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact issue was, but I do remember the gist of it, which I think that it has something to do with the app lifecycle, with how it was rendering and something not playing nicely with some other thing, and now it's fine.
Yeah.
And I did confirm that I think we have a working solution too. It's not just we went to JavaScript. It works.
Yeah, and it's on your device too, I think.
Do you remember the name of that project? Oh, you have. Oh, never mind. You're driving. Yes, because I'm like, I don't even remember.
No, I'm not driving. You drove. No. You're driving, man. You have this saved somewhere. You have a Git. You saved it. Hold on. I'm gonna go to GitHub and see if I've got something. Hold on. Let me drag over here. Maybe I'm driving. We're gonna find out. Does this show up on yours? Does this screen share show up on your?
Yeah. I see it. I see
it. But on your Ecamm?
Oh no, not on Ecamm.
Okay.
Or does it? I don't know what people. Wait, hold on. What are people saying on Ecamm? Are we even? Oh wow, wait a minute. People, I've been talking to myself this whole time.
No,
No,
have
yeah.
you? No.
I mean, people heard you, but I guess they didn't see you. My bad. I must have switched it off, but no, they can't see your screen on Ecamm, but I can see it. But
Hold
what I
on.
can do is this.
Oh,
I
I can
will.
share. I can share my screen on Ecamm too.
Oh, you can? Okay, well
Yeah.
that works too.
Yeah.
I
Let me
didn't know
just
you could do that.
share. Yeah, I'm over here. Yeah, you got it there. You can control.
Okay. Wait, is there something that I have to do in order to see your screen?
I think you just have to like add it to the whatever.
Okay, give me a
Yes.
second while
Yeah.
I figure that. Oh, I see here. Okay, oh man. Mac OS in multiple windows. It moved the window to another screen, which is why I didn't see it. So let me put this to, let's do solo with PIP. Oh, it's locked. Let's unlock the scene. Or we'll just solo. No.
Kind of love that this is actually working.
Obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, give me a second.
It's all right. We'll get there.
Wait,
We'll get there.
what am I
I
doing
believe
here?
in us. I believe in us. Anyways, in the meantime, I'm gonna go look at GitHub to see if we actually pushed anything there.
Okay, yeah. We can see you now.
There we go. All right. What did we push? No, not this. I did play around with this though. Is it this one? It must be this one. No, this looks like React. I think it's. I think you've got it on your PC.
Yeah, I may have it. I'll look for it. I just
mean,
don't.
we can just do something new. We can just do something from scratch right
Well,
now.
let's search first. Like we'll search
Okay.
first because I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure I may have it. Like I may just be talking shit.
The adventure
Now
begins.
now here's the thing. If I share my screen with you,
Yep.
your audience is going to see it too. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it up and then yeah. So I'm sharing that. Yeah. So you share your screen in StreamYard
Okay.
and in Ecamm.
All right. Well, I'm sharing my screen now. You should see a Earth at the moment.
Oh yeah.
And-
Hold on. I see what you're doing. Yes. Let me pull my screen down. And I'm gonna pull you there. Can I make you bigger? No. I want to make you bigger. There
Yeah,
we
I just
go.
have
That's
to
it.
create a whole scene for
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. That works.
Okay.
So people can see you. They can see your screen.
Okay, so then I'm going to assume that we did this in OneSignal developers. I hope. Let's hope.
Let's hope.
I have hundreds of repos, so no, don't judge me when I can't find anything. That's why I was like, "Are you driving right?" 'Cause I'm like, I don't know where anything is.
We're gonna listen, and if we don't, we're gonna go and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it from scratch. Because at the end of the day, we didn't get that far. I think we literally just had gotten something working by using the CDNs.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe if I used desktop, maybe
there you
my recents. Nope.
OneSignal Supabase.
Maybe we put DevCycle in the title. Yeah, OneSignal DevCycle. Look at that.
See if that's it. No, that's the React one. That's an old one.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I don't even know if we hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go pull up our.
You gotta go look at the stream.
I'm gonna go pull up our last stream.
So I didn't want to do it because I don't want people judging me. But I was thinking about that. I was like, this is how I normally solve the problem, and I would just go and look to see what I did last time.
Let's do it. OneSignal. Where are you? OneSignal part 3. All right. What did we do at the end? That's the real question. Come on. This is also like the true power of the Wi-Fi in this location.
Oh, you're not plugged in? You're on Wi-Fi? Bold.
I am.
That's a bold right there.
Bold move. Okay, that works. OneSignal website SDK. What did we call this?
I will apologize up front. I had a meeting ahead of here, like literally just before here, so I didn't have time to prep. Normally, I would prep for this before, and find all of the things. So I didn't do that. So
I think that's okay though.
but this is
like
content. This is content for them, right? They get to look at us.
Exactly.
while
I
we
feel like
struggle to search.
I said this to somebody recently, and I was like, the one upside to streaming is you get to see how the sausage is made. Okay, so it was called OneSignal. Oh my God, why is the quality of this so potato quality? It's It's called OneSignal website SDK sample. Does that sound right?
No.
OneSignal. There was a repo in GitHub desktop that you had open.
Okay, let me put that back up. So it's a OneSignal website SDK sample.
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I was an idiot. That's what happened. I put this in my org. No wonder this is my org. Okay. Well, that's fine. I guess I will drive. Did I put it in my org because because there has to be a reason why I did that.
So I think you did it because we were struggling with React, and then you were like, listen, we're just gonna go like base level. We're just gonna get started with this. I think that was the main reason, was we just decided that working in a meta framework was not worth our time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna eventually transfer this, and this is mostly for the audience, but I will transfer this out of my org, the Code and Color org, and it'll be put into our OneSignal developers org, and this will be public. And yeah, we'll make it available. So now that we have it, let me go ahead and open up the project. Or where did Visual Studio go? Oh, here we are. So yeah, we'll open this up, and this is where we were last time.
Yep.
And because this is a regular website, we don't have to do any build or any of that kind of crap. So we'll just pull it up with a live server. All right, we get our sample. I don't want to open here. I'm going to open with another browser. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there we are. I'm like, all right, maybe I do need to keep this M3 Max. Let's see, localhost. I forgot. It's 5500, I think. There we are. Cool.
Hey, there we go. Nice.
We'll put that up right there. Initialize the OneSignal. Okay, cool. We got that part. So we see that it's initializing OneSignal, but I think
there we go.
I think what we should do is to remind folks, let's turn this off. Like, turn it off on your end. So I think you're going to need to share your screen.
Yeah.
And turn off the thing, and then we'll share my screen. All right, I got to figure out how to put you back on.
What am I doing? I'm sharing my screen now.
Yeah, you're going to share your screen. I want you to turn off the event, or not the event, the feature.
No, you were controlling the feature, man. You signed up for an account.
Oh, I was? Oh, okay. All right. Well, never mind.
I'm 90% sure. Hold on. I still have the other window open. I'm going to find out. I think you were driving because the entire time. Yeah, I'm 95% sure
okay.
You were driving.
All right. Well, then if I was driving, I will do that. Let me pull this up.
Let's find out.
Go to Brave. Oh, wait. The wrong thing. What am I opening this up for? Not Brave. Arc. Y'all saw some of the other stuff that I've been working on. Some code mirror stuff. All right. Code mirror is a tool that allows you to render text as code within on a page or in a file. This right here. This is essentially code mirror.
Oh, all right.
The thing that allows this that. So GitHub Desktop uses code mirror to render all of the, because you're coding. I'll show you the actual thing. So this right here, this is code. We use code render to give you syntax highlighting, to do like formatting, like all that kind of stuff. So if you want to build an online code editor, you could use code mirror. You can also use something called prose mirror or something prose, which allows you to build text editor experiences in a web page and
that
get
I've
all
seen
of
before.
Yeah. So it's similar. All right, let me open up DevCycle. I was on the website earlier today before this started, and then my meeting started, and then this started. All right, so let's log in, and I am going to assume that I'll log in with my Code and Color account.
We'll find out in just a second. And the answer is nope.
All right, sorry, I've just created this thing.
It's all right. No, this is good. This is like a solid activation play for me. I'm gonna go. Our product team is gonna be super happy with me. I don't know if you did it with this one either. Hold
Are
on.
we sure that I did this?
I'm pretty
Or
sure.
let me see if I have a login for this. Yeah.
We're gonna find it. I gotta unfull screen this. Maybe we were somehow.
I mean, I'm fine with I guess doing another one, but I'm pretty sure that you did it last time. I think that you did it.
You might be right because I feel like I was contributing very, very little last stream.
No. Like I think you were for sure doing it. I'm starting to remember because you gave me that code. I asked you to do the code. I went and did the OneSignal side.
Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's go. OneSignal.
Oh,
okay,
hey, what's up, man? My bad. I just now saw your message. How you doing?
Ecamm Live, StreamYard, Create React App. Yeah, you're right. Okay, good. This is good though that we did this because I now know. I'm gonna unshare this for a second. Oh wait, can I add myself to this? What is up? Can we actually both? Can we have two? Can I share my screen and have that on there? I'm like trying to. Okay, that works. That works for me for right now.
Oh, did you add me to your account?
I'm gonna add
or something
you,
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in here. All right. So. Come on. Okay, direct us. No, it's another collab. Okay, OneSignal collab, and then features OneSignal notification September 20th. It's one of these two. I'll actually add you to my org because that's a good thing to demo here either way. And I actually haven't done this before, so this is good for me to experience. Team. And invitations, add team member. What?
It's Will at codeandcolor.io. Or I guess you could use my OneSignal if you want. Although, so all right, I'm curious. When you do this, is it going to send me a invite to this org and it'll create an account? If so, maybe we should do my William at OneSignal because I did just create the Will at Code and Color. I don't want to mess up anything.
Okay, William at onesignal.com.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So I will go into my end and go to my email. Quick. All right. Let me switch to my screen. Interesting. Oh, okay. All right. This is weird. All right. Let's remove guest 2.
What are you talking about?
I'm doing scene management while also trying to stream. I don't have yeah. Let's just say that I don't have these things. What we're trying to do already built and programmed on my stream deck. So every time I switch scenes or anything changes, I had to rebuild it. So right now I'm going to my email. I want to just show that. So I'm going to my email, and reason why I said I want people to see what the email would look like is, I'm sure you'll understand. Sometimes you'll go through all these hoops and hurdles so you could take a picture, but it takes so much effort just to get to that picture.
100%. 100%. All right.
So we have an invitation link. We'll go ahead and click that. Okay, and then accept your invitation to sign up. Okay, so this is a password. All right, let's do a password. I don't like the fact that it's sharing this password.
So I think, because you haven't actually signed up with a OneSignal account, I think if you're already logged in, it'll just auto add you to the org. So if you like log in with whatever, because you haven't set up the William at OneSignal account yet, right?
I have not.
Yeah. So just is it a G Suite or is it?
Oh, is it Google? Yeah. Okay. I'll do continue with Google then.
Yeah. So just like log in there and then go back to your inbox and then try it again. And it should just automatically go, or you might automatically be added to the org. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, we're going to see. It looks like, yeah, looks like, okay, who am I? What am I? Other. I don't know. I guess technically I am. I'll claim it. Which programming? I don't know. Too many. All C#.
It doesn't mean anything at all.
Yes. All right. Now will we see? Nope.
No. So go
To
into
my email?
no, go to the set. Yeah, actually, just go to your email and do that,
Okay.
and then accept that way. Just ignore that stuff. Yeah, just go back to that. There you go, and try now. So because you're logged in, it should auto auth and bring you in. Okay, so now if you go to your, I think it's click on your drop down on your profile, and then Andrew's organization. Oh, sick! Oh, you're actually in my org because you're seeing that shit. No,
Wait a minute.
no. You're in the right spot.
Okay. Sorry. Somebody said they couldn't hear you anymore. All right. Thank you, Nan. I fixed it. You should be able to hear him now. My bad. It's the same on Twitch and YouTube, just FYI. There's no difference on them all. All right, sorry about that, Andrew. What were you saying?
No, you're good. Okay, so you're actually in my org right now. So where it says real-time demo at the top up there,
okay,
click that and then just select the DevCycle. There's like a collab one if you scroll down. OneSignal collab, that's the one, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. So now you're in. And then if you click on features at the top, so for anybody that's tuning in, you've never seen a feature flag management platform before, just like context for you if you're like not sure what this is. Feature flag management platform. So a feature flag is like a piece of code that you wrap a new feature in, and then you can control who sees it. That's like the core concept of a feature flag. Feature flag management platform like DevCycle is about controlling those feature flags at scale. So if you're dealing with like one feature flag in your app, you don't need a feature flag management platform. You can just like code it and control it with like an M file or like a config file. If instead you have like a million feature flags, you need a platform like DevCycle to run it. And so the way DevCycle works is traditionally a feature flag is like a feature has a flag. Within DevCycle, we sort of recognize that there's a whole bunch of parts that make up a feature. Maybe there's a front end part and a back end part. Maybe there's different environments. So we have features and then we have variables within those features. And so like here, you can see that there's like two features that have been set up. I'm not sure which one of the ones is the one we actually used. It doesn't really matter. And then within those, there's going to be a bunch of variables, which are kind of the individual like fine-grained control there. So I have a feeling the top one will be the most recently updated.
I think it is. It is. How do I delete this one?
Just go edit. Is it not working?
No, it's loading.
Okay.
Okay, delete feature flag.
Yeah, and it'll probably, and it may not let you, question mark. You might have to delete the variable that's associated. Oh no, never mind. There we go. It's gone.
Okay, so now we have this one, and we're gonna stay here. So we're now in. What do we call this? What do you want to call it? Like, what is this called? Is this a feature flag?
So that's a feature. Okay. So it doesn't really make a huge difference to us. The really important thing is actually the individual variables, which I would say are like the flags. So we create
a feature within a feature. We can have as many variables as we want, and then we use those within our. Okay, perfect.
Exactly.
Okay, well I don't think we ever actually went through the dashboard. I think that could be useful to do. So let's talk about this user or this users and targeting. I see here that we have self-targeting, development, staging, production. Talk about that.
Yeah, so the thing with feature flags is you might have different folks that you want to be able to see a new feature that you're developing in like different environments. Exactly. So in development, you might only want your devs, anybody that has a DevCycle email, to be able to actually interact with this new feature. In staging, you might want to have you might have a client that has access to the staging environment, so you might want to give them access to it. And then in production, you might do like a gradual rollout. So you'll either have like a set number of emails or IDs for users, or you might have like a whole subset of beta users or whatever that you want to have access. So basically, these rules that you're setting up in here are really the power of a feature flag management platform. It gives you like super powerful control over who's able to see what variation of that variable that you have there. So for example, we've got one, let's say like we've got a major client right now that's moved to us from feature flags, and they create one feature with one variable for every feature they're rolling out, and that's just the way they work. So we'll assume we're working that way. We're using kind of that in a traditional way. So there's an on or off state for this feature, this variable that's in there. And then when you're in your targeting rules for the different environments, you're going to sort of say who you want to target. So scroll down. Yeah, there you go. So here we're basically targeting any user ID that contains the text Chronos or whatever we want to define. And you can create like whatever definitions you want in there. And then you can set an unlimited number of targeting rules. So maybe you want to target based on different priorities. You can set that up.
Is that what this variation on is?
Yeah, so that's setting like, yeah, exactly. That's like setting the variations that you want to serve. So here, yeah, so that's an interesting one now. So you can both set targeting rules that are going to say, right now, immediately, I want to show all users that contain Chronos this, or you could say I want to do a random distribution. I want to show 50% of the users that have Chronos in their user ID. I want to show them on, and I want to show the other 50% off. And so there's like these multiple levels of control that you get over who's seeing what and how long they're seeing it and when that process starts. So this is really where the power of a feature flag management platform comes, especially like DevCycle is like this crazy, crazy amount of control of who can see what and how they can see it.
So is it fair to say that you cannot do A/B testing unless you have some way to control the features that are enabled or disabled within your app without necessarily having to rebuild the app?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think like A/B testing is like such a huge use case for feature flags. Like DevCycle, the company that DevCycle is a part of is called Tablytics. Tablytics was an A/B testing company, worked with marketers, but the thing that you have to do to implement A/B testing is use feature flags. And so much of the work that we were doing was building this really powerful feature flag platform as part of that A/B testing suite that eventually it just became the piece of like, we have this really powerful feature flag management platform that can be used for A/B testing, but also has so many more use cases. And so that's kind of where DevCycle, that was like that whole iteration that brought DevCycle to life was like, okay, this is really useful for A/B testing. It's this really powerful feature within a larger application. Let's bring this off on its own and focus on just like one problem.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And like, obviously, not everybody has built software that's been released, like shipped and people are using it. But it's really important for those of you who are watching, just to understand that, at the end of the day, a person needs to use the software, and you as the product owner may want to have some control over which people are using your software. Let's say, for instance, you are a product manager and you're building this new feature, but you have it in your head that the best use case or the best people for this is a particular client. Well, it would be cool if you could build out the feature and then actually ship it in your real product. It's actually out there, and then only they can access it. So you can almost use this as entitlements, almost, where it's just like, all right, because you were saying if their domain name is in there, then show it to them or something like that. So it's actually this is really powerful technology. And
what's super cool too is like, like one really great example that I look at here is, so let's say you want to do like internationalization of your application, right? You want to be able to show different languages depending on where somebody lives, but you don't want users to have to create accounts, right? Because you're just not there yet. So with this setup, so for example, scroll down there and go country. So we have like this built-in country feature, and then you can say like if their country is whatever country, then you're going to serve them a specific variation. And variations don't just have to be on and off. You can actually have like string variations. So we were joking about this internally the other day, is using DevCycle as a content management system for your application by just your entire application is just feature flags. And then you're controlling everything from within. It's a terrible use case for DevCycle, but like the functionality comes there. And so like in this example, because within your application, if you're running serverless or just like a front end app and you don't have any, like it's static or whatever, you can still put like some JavaScript into that static page that says when whatever user comes in, create a cookie or some sort of like item in their local storage that stores their country. And then you can like do a little bit of playing around with that to have that become how DevCycle is telling who's using this tool. So there's both the targeting rules here and then how you set them up in your application. But the key here is you don't need a database. You don't need to actually have any way to identify users aside from whatever abstract way you decide to classify them. And the targeting rules are super, super able to be controlled. And you can add like multiple definitions as well. So like you can do country is this and or user ID is this. So like there's super, super fun. If you only want to get people from Mexico that have the name John, you can literally do that kind of a thing, which I think is like something that you wouldn't necessarily see.
I'm curious. I see and. How would you express an or relationship? Would you just add another targeting rule?
So I think you have to, yeah. I think
Okay.
if you want to do that, you just add another targeting rule.
Okay. And also, I'm not saying that anyone should ever do this, but let's say, for instance, well, Google's doing this now. We can current events, Google and Chrome. If you don't use YouTube on Chrome and use it on Firefox, for instance, depending on who you are, it seems like it's A/B testing. It may take an additional 5 seconds to load. So I'm curious if we wanted to be anti-competitive. Can I do this off a user agent?
Yeah, absolutely. It depends on. So at the end of the day, I think go into the code again and like we'll look at again how you pull in that user information.
Okay.
So if you look at that user object that's right there, so you've like defined that directly, right? But you could instead decide to define like device, browser, whatever you're pulling in from user agent within that user object. So yeah, if you want to have that so that whenever somebody logs in and shows that page, it's pulling that information from whatever the user agent stuff is, then absolutely you can use that as your targeting, like the rule within the user object.
Okay. I also saw that there's this add property right here.
Yeah.
How does this property that we add, how would that map to the code base here? Like we see my user here, where would that property come into play?
Yeah, so where you see there, so like with user ID, so user ID maps to user ID. When you go in and create like any of the pre-populated option that it gives you in there, like country code and all the rest of that, all of that has like a very like well-defined, if you look in our API documentation or our SDK documentation, it'll tell you how to define that in the user object. If you're defining a custom property, it's literally just you creating a new custom property that you define in a specific way. Go to the docs for the JavaScript SDK and it'll actually show you, it should show you how to do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, and actually you can just go custom properties once you're in there. Just like search for custom properties instead of the SDK docs. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, you got dark mode? Thank you. Someone loves my eyes. Thank you for caring.
You're welcome. I'm here for you.
All right.
Yeah, so here's how you're defining it in here. So in the dashboard. So you're defining your key, and then this is showing you, so you basically creating
it's a
that
property.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay, so you put it in your custom data, and whatever you put in here, okay, it'll be there. All right, so let's do that right quick. Let's put a custom property in there, and we'll be like hot or not. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot. We're in vanilla. This is all right. I'm gonna have to take my words back. Maybe this is why we have build project like builds, so we can get types.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, custom data. Yeah. All right, what do we want to put in our custom data?
Yeah, you want to do hot or not, right?
I don't know. I was just talking shit. I'm gonna say iPhone. iPhone user. We'll say true. All right, cool. So now we have that, and I guess.
Yeah. So save that. Go back to the docs there. So you've defined that in code now. So that's all you have to do in that user object. So now go back to the actual dashboard, and you can technically do all this with the CLI and stuff too, but now you're actually going to create that property. So go to that drop down that you were just in where you were like creating a definition. Yep. And then add property.
Let me delete this one.
Yeah. And then add property. Yeah. And then, so call that iPhone user. Yeah, so you will have to change that key that you're using over in the code to the dash instead of the camel case.
Oh, okay. Wait, can I control this?
No, you can't control the actual key.
Ah, okay. What if I wanted this? Like, all right, okay. So, all right, good to know. iPhone
Very
user.
opinionated. Yeah, add that property. So now that exists in there, and you can use that sort of across that project.
I think I may have. Oh, all right. I don't know how to use a keyboard. I think I may have closed. I'm using the. Okay. All right. We're back. Okay. So we'll come into here and we'll change this to iPhone user. Okay. This is why I asked, because in JavaScript that's not valid. Minus. Yeah. It's a minus, so we'll have to do this. Like so. Yo, what's up, Casual Economist? How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're working with DevCycle today, showing off feature flagging. So if you have questions about feature flagging, this is probably the best time to ask those questions, because we have Andrew captive, and he has no choice but to answer all your questions.
I'm here twice as well on my stream. Okay, so that's good. So now you've got that custom data in there defined as true. So now go back to your targeting rules, and we're actually gonna target so yeah, we'll say like that is true, give you variation on.
I see. Okay. All right. So the best to read this is the targeting rules, but technically this is a rule. One is a rule. We're going to name the rule. We define what it is, like how we're going to perform the match. And that can be several. It can be and relationships, or only and relationships. You can't do an or relationship here. And then
I feel like that's coming soon though. Yeah.
Okay. And then if it matches, you determine what it serves.
Yeah.
Whether it's just on or off. And then there's this schedule, which I guess is how quickly do you want this to be active.
And that only applies if you are if you're doing like rollout stuff generally. So I mean, technically you can apply it to this situation, but yeah, this is generally, yeah, I most people just aren't using the schedule feature in here, but you can.
I mean, I would be the one, like I don't even though I do stuff off the cuff, I prefer to schedule stuff to happen, because I can do all of the work ahead of time and then just rely on automation to just work.
Fair enough.
And yeah. Also, Microsoft Tuesday, that's when all their updates come out. They're obviously using this.
You're not
There's
wrong.
specific date and time. So yeah, like this is useful.
Yeah. The one thing I will say here, which I think is an important thing, so you'll notice that you have this in the staging environment, and that targeting rule is actually turned off. So we have different keys and setups that you're using in all of these different environments. So if you want to actually use that custom property, you're gonna have to now set that up in the development environment.
Well, I'm curious, how does our app know which one to connect to?
So it's whatever key you're using. So go into, yeah, so like that.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Gotcha. So, all right, I see. So then there's two solutions, but we'll do it here. So we're going to remove this because I don't remember what this is for. We'll just say iPhone or not. And we'll do custom property. Well, I didn't, wait, what? Custom property?
No, it should be there. If you scroll down, it should actually be there.
Oh, it should. Oh, so when you create it, it's always there.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I didn't. I was thinking I was gonna have to do it again. It is true. All All right. I'm curious about this because I thought we defined this as a Boolean. So it's just a Boolean, or it could be not defined.
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay.
you can have it if you want it to be set for something specific. I think the custom properties are the definitions don't necessarily specifically align with the custom properties. Probably a thing that I should bring back to our product team, that doesn't really make any sense. So if you're watching this product team, probably should figure out those targeting rules. Awesome. So that's set to variation on. So let's do something a little bit different than Boolean here, because I think this will be a little bit more fun. So
Okay.
scroll up and create a new variable and call this variable Apple rules or Apple rocks or something like that. Or
Is
Apple
there?
is
Do I
awesome.
have to name it a certain way?
No, I think it'll automatically format it to whatever it needs to be.
Okay.
Maybe you can only use lowercase letters and numbers. Okay, so there we go. And then change that from Boolean to string. And then we're going to create a variation on is going to be Apple rocks. And then for variation off, have it like Microsoft rocks or something. Or Apple sucks, I don't know. What do we really want to anger the Apple gods?
Wait, how come? All right, stocks, Microsoft stocks. Oh, no wonder. Okay, I don't know how to spell. Look at that. Apparently, I didn't go to school. I think this is how you spell Microsoft. Is that how you do it?
I think that's it, yeah. There we go, perfect. And then add that variable.
Okay. But hold on. We have comments. Just folks in the comments. We're working on. First of all, I'm William. Obviously, Andrew he's the developer advocate at DevCycle, and we're running through how feature flagging in DevCycle works, and we are demonstrating that in the context of we're integrating some stuff with OneSignal just to kind of turn on and off some OneSignal features, and we're just going through this right now. I don't recommend going back because we had some technical difficulties, and I want to pretend as if this stream has been perfect. So I would encourage you to not go back. Just everything's fine. All right. Anyway, so we have the thing. We have Apple rocks. Now what?
Awesome. Okay, so just so you know, if you've been on the previous stream that we did here, so that OneSignal integration Boolean that we had there was basically to send a OneSignal notification. So we had this set up so that if a specific targeting rule was met in the code here, a OneSignal notification happened. And so there's the logic for what that actually looked like. And I think because we've already done it, we can't do it again, but I think it does still show some stuff in the console, or we have to reset something. But that was what we were basically doing with that feature flag initially with that targeting rule, was to turn on or off that integration. So now we're going to do something slightly different, and it's a fairly simple thing. But let's go down to, let's create something underneath that H1, Will. So let's create like a paragraph under that H1.
Give me a second.
Yep.
Oh, here. All right.
And then like, let's give it an ID of something like, I don't know, message, like, yeah, we just need to be able to target it with JavaScript afterwards. So whatever ID we want to use, and then just leave it empty for now, I guess.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so now we've got that paragraph that we're going to be able to target afterwards. So here we can do something cool where we're actually going to be able to, based on the targeting rules, populate that paragraph tag with whatever text based on the variation. So it's we'll either populate it with Apple rocks or with Microsoft stocks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, it makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So make sure you save this right now, because if you don't save it, we'll lose everything. Awesome. So yeah, I guess let's build out that functionality in here. So we've already got our client key set up. We've already got our user defined. So yeah, we just need to create another. Yeah.
Wait a minute. We have to do this thing here first, right?
Yep.
Got it. Does Apple rock?
And then that should be like Apple _ rocks for that one. And then instead of having false there, we'll want to set some default string. You don't have to, but like we can set it just to be like placeholder. It's only if it's offline that'll actually apply.
Oops. So we'll say feature off. Or...
Yeah.
All right. And we'll say if does Apple Rock do that. All right.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna sort of target that tag, and then
is it get element by ID or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Messages, message, dot inner
HTML.
text.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So
yeah.
Is it just does Apple Rock?
Or
no,
so we're actually going to pull that from does Apple Rock. Yeah, it's actually going to be whatever their response is for that. Yeah.
Okay. So is this? Do I need to await this then?
I mean, let's find out.
Okay. All right. So this right here is seeing if it's I guess it'll be undefined. Is this an object that I pull things out of by any chance?
No. It should come out just as a string. It should return a string.
All right, well, let's see what happens. We'll open up my little browser here. All right, we get a 404 not found. Oh, that's for an icon. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. Let's refresh again. All right, so we get a post error here. Let's see what this it doesn't show the request.
Oh,
so
it might be the wrong key that's in there.
Okay, so let's go and change the key then. I think it's this one. Yeah. All right. So where would I get the key from?
So you can get it from the bottom, or you can just click on the big key icon at the very top in the bar.
Oh, this thing right here.
Yeah, and then we'll just see if it's the right key. So you'll grab when it loads.
We're gonna move it just in case.
Yeah.
I've leaked keys several times in the past.
Yeah. I mean it does block it out. We have like a streamer mode too that blocks out more stuff. But yeah, so then you'll just grab that client key for the dev environment. Is it the same one? No, it was different. Okay. Yeah, so that one should end. Is that one ending in 6.3 or it's ending in D?
This one's ending in 9D, 7.
Oh, you've got the production, but we're actually only using the targeting. We're using the development environment for the targeting rules right now. So
my bad.
Yeah. So grab that the client key.
Oh, that's the one I had before.
Was that the one that was in there before? Okay.
Yeah.
So it was not that.
What we could do is put a breakpoint.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we'll put a debugger here. All right. Oops.
Yeah, because it could also have been that iPhone user custom data that's causing that issue.
Well, this wouldn't be a proper stream without an issue, so it's good. Like it took us this long. It took us a damn near an hour to get to our first issue. No, this is bad. We need to get to our first issue within minutes. What is this? What is this?
Okay, so why are we getting that post error that's there? Okay, so we are getting the payload back, so that's good. Or that's from our last time. So
it's coming from events though. Like is that, are we posting to events? Or I guess it's the SDK posting to events?
Yes.
Your endpoint? Oh, it is. Okay, I see.
Okay, so
we can inspect this. If that's helpful. So we get the app ID headings. Wait a minute, what?
What?
Am I dumb? Wait, hold on. Some. Give me a second. What the hell? Okay. All right. We're good. So, is there anything in here that seems?
No. That all seems that's the right object that we should be seeing there. It's giving us. We should be getting. So it's basically telling us right now if we look at those events there. So for for that email, the user ID I am Will at Kronos, which is what's logged in right now, it should be serving false for OneSignal integration, and it should be serving feature off, value string. Okay, awesome. No, this doesn't help us at all. Because that's the
Okay.
right, that object is right.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, so this right here is likely the result of this. So I'm going to move our debugger down to here where we do the Apple rocks. Right, is this Apple rocks? Oh, wrong thing. I'm tripping. That's not Apple rocks. Wait, what the hell did I just do? Did I delete something? Or am I just unable to
No.
read? Where's the new?
It's below. It's below. I think it's like, yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay, okay, all right, okay. That explains a lot. Let me make this smaller. This little thing right here smaller. There we go. That's the issue. I must have expanded it again. Okay, so we're gonna say if this thing is here, we're gonna put a debugger here.
Yeah.
Or actually, you know what? I think that is this an error? Is this throwing an error by any chance?
What's the response?
Oh, well, we don't get a response. Yeah, we didn't get a response.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, anyway, I'll just throw the debugger here, and then we'll start from there. We'll go ahead and run this to completion. Refresh. All right, so we get here, and I want to refresh. There we go. All right, cool. So we're not getting that error anymore, which is good. So that means that this is actually the thing that's causing the failure. We'll step through.
All right, so that's all right. We're good there. Apple rocks. That's the right key that we should be using. Should be feature off. It may be that I'm wrong, and you may actually need to do like JSON in like, like the stringify that we did.
Well, this thing right here is only returning back feature off, and the feature is on right now, isn't it?
Yes, variable value should be does. Oh wait, does Apple rock feature off? Apple underscore rocks. Hold on. Let me go look in here. I'm in the same thing. OneSignal collab, features, OneSignal integration, Apple rocks, Apple underscore rocks. Okay, that's fine. That should, so that is there. That is the right key. That is the variable type string. Variable key, that should be returning something. Is true, false. Let's go. I'm gonna add a new targeting rule just for all users in here. All users, add definition, user ID, all users, serve variation on.
Oh, should I be sharing your screen?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'm doing
okay.
it. Okay, so refresh the page and see, and clear the errors and refresh the page and see.
Okay. So I first gotta finish it. All right, and then we'll clear all of this. All right, and refresh. All right, and we'll finish completion. No, I didn't get the same error.
So.
Oh wait, we just now got a response back. Okay, so we got a 201. Okay, so we got a 201. And remove the debugger here, and I'll put the debugger here inside of the if. All right, so it looks like it's still coming back as it comes back the right result. It comes back with Apple rocks.
So it looks like it was our targeting rule that was causing the issue. So that new custom property that we created. Mm-hmm. It was throwing some sort of an error. So hold on 1 second. So we got it saying Apple rocks now. I'm going to change my variation to off, refresh the page again, and I want to see if it comes back with Microsoft stocks, which it should.
I forgot I gotta finish the execution and we'll refresh. We get back Apple rocks.
We're still getting back Apple rocks.
But it could be like if you're changing it, it could take a couple seconds to propagate?
Oh, no. It shouldn't. It should be immediate, but it might actually be capturing the right rules now. So let me now change this one to off. Okay, yeah, try it again.
Okay.
Try refreshing, and then I'm gonna do something else because we may have just figured out our thing. Still saying Apple rocks?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've just updated our targeting rule of iPhone or not to say variation off. So it should be, if you refresh again, it should now, everything is saying off now for this.
All right, we get Microsoft stocks now.
Okay, good. So it's working. There was just some issue with our something.
Okay. All right.
But it's working.
Well, I do want to go back on it, over it after we get this part working. I do want to go over to just because the folks who are watching this one, by the way, we had like 7 folks at some point here. So I want to make sure that they can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's working. So now, but for some reason, it's not actually updating the inner HTML.
Oh yeah, I mean that's because it could be me. It could be user error here.
No, I think you're right. It may be that I'm giving you the wrong answer for whether it does. Oh no, it does come back as a string.
Well, I thought you were talking about this paragraph tag not having anything in it.
Yeah, no, that is what I'm talking about.
Okay. I think that maybe I've done this wrong, but let's see. We can do it here. We'll just say document. Document. Get element by ID. Yeah. Get element by ID.
Oh, it's because you have it as class. You've got P class. Change it to PID.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, there we are. Oops, that's not how you do this. I'm thinking I'm in Emmet. That's
I love it.
Okay, there we are. User error as always. So I'm going to remove this debugger because it's annoying me now. Or maybe I already did that.
Did you?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, no, there it is.
There we are. All right, so yeah, now we get Microsoft stocks, and then I'll change it this time. I'm gonna have it so we can see both.
Yeah.
So if we go back here.
Yeah.
And we have the Apple rocks variable.
Yep. Yep. That's right.
Just turn it off.
No. No. You can actually change it in those rules that are there. So right now, for example, I have it set that like the first rule that will hit is if I am any user on the platform, I'm going to serve variation off. And then the second rule is if I'm the iPhone user. So I just added that new rule. So yeah, change that to on or just delete that rule because we don't need it anymore. It was just a debugging rule.
This one right here or the first one?
The first one, yeah.
Okay.
Just delete that. And so now change that to variation off to variation on. Yeah, and then save it. And so now that should actually update in real time.
Yeah, I saw an event post here.
Yeah.
So if we refresh, we see feature off.
Oh, it's weird that it's giving us feature off. So
not quite. It's because of how I've made the if right here. It's returning a string. This right here.
Oh,
so
yes.
yeah, that's why it's doing that. But maybe I don't know, maybe that's something that can change, right? Like give an object and then I can pull the value out. Maybe.
Potentially.
But yeah, so we'll never see. I thought we had one where it was either Microsoft or Apple Rocks or Microsoft. Oh, yeah. I see. Never mind. I see. So if I want to change this, let's first turn this back. If the variation is on, okay, I think I understand that. And then we'll go back to our application here. And if I set this to false, will we get a different result?
Let's see.
No, we didn't.
No.
See, I would have expected to see Microsoft stocks. That was my expectation, was to see Microsoft stocks here. So I'm pretty sure it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's some. Okay, so DevCycle, does Apple Rock, variable value, Apple Rocks, feature off. No, that's right. So if that equals. Why isn't this working actually? Am I doing string? Hold on, I need to look at docs. Am I thinking of string variables the wrong way? Do they not have a...
There was a JSON type. I did see that. But it seems like the issue is potentially that it could be a string or undefined. So we'd have to like I'm technically I'm checking for both because I'm making use of the coerciveness of JavaScript to coerce the type to a falsy type. So
I love that. The coerciveness of JavaScript. Okay, hold on. No, but it was working because we had the targeting rule. Okay, set up that all users targeting rule again. So go back to the targeting rule for development and set up an all users rule again.
all right. Well, sorry about that. Repeat that.
Sorry. So go back down to the targeting rules for development.
Okay.
Yeah, and now go in there and create a new targeting rule. Add targeting rule below this one.
Okay.
Yep. And then just call that all users. And then create a definition that says all users. Just add definition, and then there's a drop down. Yeah, click it. User ID is all users. No, sorry. There's actually like an option when you select the drop down for users ID for all users at the very top.
Oh, I see. My bad.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
And then serve variation on. And then click save. So I have a feeling that it's, if you refresh that local host, it's going to show something now.
So okay. Apple rocks. Yeah. Okay. So is it because we needed to also target all users first, or make sure that they're both?
So there's some, okay, now go so, but we're getting the wrong thing, right?
Right,
so
we are.
We should be seeing Microsoft stocks because technically our user is iPhone user false. So it should say Microsoft stocks. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the issue here is that it's working, but our targeting rule is not working. So here's what I want you to do. Go back to that custom variable or the custom property that we created.
Here?
Yeah. And then if you, how do we edit custom properties? Just create a new custom property.
Okay. I was about to say, I don't know.
Yeah. And
But it sounds like maybe that's something that should be possible.
Yeah. Just call it iPhone instead of, or Apple or something like that.
All right. So I think this is probably a good thing to talk about. And this is related because I've run through this a lot in just regular code. How you name a variable that's a Boolean can have a big impact. I tend to like to use is for a reason, but sometimes it could be the opposite of what you expect. And I think that's what we may be running into, where it's like the name could have thrown me off. I use is all the time. So in this case, we're just going to say iPhone user, I guess.
Yeah, call it iPhone, do property type, select Boolean again.
I see.
And then save it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now, go back in our code, set it as iPhone, remove the brackets around iPhone, or the quotations around iPhone.
Oh, for what it's worth, that would still work too. Just FYI.
It should, but I don't know if it did. So now go back to your targeting rules, where it says iPhone or not. Say iPhone is, I guess so. Yeah.
False?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So if iPhone is false, variation.
We say variate off.
Off, yeah, and then delete that all users targeting rule as well.
Okay.
Okay, so it is working now. It's do it yet.
No, not quite. We get feature off when we set it to true.
If you refresh that, because we don't have a backup. Oh shit, I forgot. Yes, we don't have a backup. We don't tell it what to do if it doesn't receive a targeting rule. So, yes, you were right before with what you said. We needed that all users as like the backup rule, because DevCycle doesn't know what response to give it because there's no targeting rules for undefined users. So it defaults to whatever value you put in as the default value there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for anybody that's watching, this is the like fail safe for you with DevCycle. So if you like have a new feature and you're worried that like you want it off by default, you can have it so that by default, if you don't set a targeting rule for hitting somebody, they're never going to see that feature. So now, if we set all users variation on, or variation, like whatever we set it to, Yeah, so you want, yeah, variation off.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Oh, we want off here?
Yeah, so.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right. I was about to say, like, one trick that I'm now thinking is to always do the positive or the like, I don't know if it makes sense. Like, if it's easier to sometimes think of something if it's always the positive case, or the negative, just being consistent in whichever one. And I was going to do that here, where it's like if the iPhone user is true, the variation's on. To me, that's a little bit easier than if iPhone user is false, variation on, or something like this. It confuses me. I'm dumb. I'm not that smart, so that's
Yeah.
I need basic stuff.
So save that. Awesome. So now that's false. Awesome. And if you go true,
Get feature off.
so true, we're getting feature off because we don't have, because it targets the first rule it comes to. So move all users up and save again, just like little arrow. Oh yeah, there you go. I think. Why are we getting features off? All users, variation off, and then iPhone user. Oh, it's because it's set to iPhone user again.
Wait, where?
See where we have the definition iPhone user?
Uh-huh.
That should just be iPhone instead of iPhone
Oh,
user.
okay. My bad. Okay.
Oh, is true.
Wait, value for the first. Oh, okay. Deleted the value. Okay. All right, we still get that.
Why are we still getting the error? Okay, iPhone is true. iPhone is true. So
You know what?
that's
I
right.
think it could be it. I think it's wait. Oh, actually, I don't know why. If I wouldn't expect to get the error here. If this were false, then I would have expected the error. But this is giving me the right result here. It's just that when I do true, it seems to be giving me the default value, where we defined it here.
Yeah.
And I don't have TypeScript to be able to help me.
move iPhone users up again.
Okay.
And we're still getting feature off there, hey? Still getting feature off. Why are we still getting feature off?
I'm gonna turn the variation off and see what we get. What does that do?
No, same thing. So this is a targeting. Oh, are you defining this in staging right now, or are you defining it in development? This is tricky, right? So this is the one downside. So we need to always be in development for this, depending on the
Yeah. All right. So here's one thing. Here's something that here's some feedback. For your design team. Pretend that some people are dumb like me. Show me one, right? Like if I click this, don't show me all the other options because I will do this and I'm not going to read. I'm just not going to read it.
No, I thought that's
yeah.
very true. I didn't even notice, in fairness. So yeah, that's fine. Now set the other all users targeting rule in there.
Okay, so let me yeah, that's why
True.
we've been okay. Let's do on.
Yeah.
And then I'm also just going to delete all this for now.
delete that.
And let's save. I know this may not be 100% accurate, but I want to do it step by step or
Yeah.
one change at a time and see what happens. And maybe. All right, so we get Apple Rocks when true. Let's see
And
what we
then
get when false.
It should show nothing.
Get feature
There
off.
we go.
Okay. Now, how do we get this to show Microsoft stocks? Oh, wait. Because that's what I would expect this.
So
Actually, yeah.
So the reason it doesn't do this though, the reason that we're seeing feature off is because DevCycle has no idea what to do. It looked for a targeting rule and there's
Okay.
no other targeting rule to tell it what to do. So it defaults to whatever your default value was.
Okay, so then we'll do the all users thing that we did before. And should this be variation on or off?
It should be variation off. So we want to
Off.
show Microsoft stocks for, and then there
Okay.
we go.
All right, so I'm going to read this in Will logic because
Yeah,
that's the only way
I
I'm
like
going to
that.
understand it right now. Give me a second. So this is the targeting rule is on, and if we're going to grab anyone who, if the iPhone is true, or I'm sorry, if the iPhone is true, we're going to set the variation to on, or if it's all users, we'll set it to off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes through rule by rule and it checks to see if the thing is true. So it'll start at the top and it'll be looking through to see, is iPhone true for any of these users? If it doesn't find that rule, it'll go to the next rule and search through and see, does this rule apply to this user? And since this user counts as all users, then the next rule will apply to them.
I see. Okay. Give me a sec. I'm going to wait. I thought this was. All right. I don't know where this project is. I want to commit because we've actually done work and I want to make sure we commit.
We got things working today. It only took us 4 streams, a combined 6 hours, but we finally got something.
Oh, and like figuring out where it is. Like, I shouldn't have called this website SDK. Why did I do this? Is it? Oh, I know why. It's because this is. Yeah, this is actually a sample project, so I don't want to commit this. Yeah. What I want to do is just copy this code into somewhere else. So let's do that. I got to do some setup right quick. I just realized that. Yeah, I just realized that I must have just set this up because we needed a project to work with, and this was the quickest way. So I'm going to make a copy of that directory. So do cp OneSignal. Wait. Oh, okay. Signal website or something like that. OneSignal web sample. I've already forgotten the name of this project. My gosh. OneSignal. Oh, it's not here. No wonder. It's because it's in code and color. I feel dumb again.
All of the things today, but we got.
It's because this was done and not the way that it should have been done, and like my behavior set of just hard coded in me. It's hard to overcome, so I keep doing the same thing. All right, so we need to go into OneSignal developers. That's where it is. Signal developers. Okay. Is that where it is?
I have no idea.
Code and color. No, it's code and color. Okay. Okay. All right, CD code and color. All right, and then so it's this OneSignal. Oh wait, we're good. This is it. So we'll just rename that. So we'll call this OneSignal, whatever that is. We'll do OneSignal DevCycle collab or sample collab. Which one you want?
Let's go sample.
Sample. All right.
I love that I picked the opposite one to what you were just talking. Of course.
Okay, so now we have that, and now I should probably move this to OneSignal so I don't keep making this mistake because I will make it again. So we're going to move this to OneSignal. All right. All right, so I think we are good here. We should have our DevCycle here somewhere. Maybe.
There it is. Yep. September 20th. OneSignal DevCycle sample.
Okay. Let's see. Get remote. Okay. When you forget how to get the what do you call that? The origin. I forgot how you do that. So I'm just going to go into the actual Git database and figure it out from there because I know how to do it from there.
I was gonna say, or you just use GitHub Desktop.
Well,
but
the thing is,
not today.
Actually, I should do that though. I forgot that I can use GitHub. All right, yeah, let's use GitHub Desktop. I forgot that I'm supposed to use GitHub Desktop for everything. So we're gonna locate this maybe, and this is now in OneSignal developers. Oh man, I'm not good at reading through a list.
It should be there. OneSignal DevCycle sample. Where is it?
I know it's here. I'm just really bad.
Oh, you put it into just OneSignal, not OneSignal developers.
Oh, like a dominance.
There it is.
Okay, let's move this to here. Did it do it?
No, there it is. Still there.
It's not gonna let me do it.
Nope.
Okay.
Back to the terminal.
Honestly, sometimes that's because I'm not good at reading. So I'll do it here so I don't have to read. I know what it is that I need to do. So we need to move from OneSignal, whatever that was, something with DevCycle in it. We want to put this into OneSignal developers.
Developers, yeah.
All right, I think finally we're good. Okay, so now we'll come to developers and we see DevCycle. All right, it just works when things are where they're supposed to be. It's so much easier.
100%.
All right, so we'll just say make it work. Actually, we added a new variable. So I guess to demo DevCycle. All right, looks good enough. All right, open it up in GitHub, and I'm going to drop a link to this, I guess.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, there we are. Cool. So if any of you are watching, feel free. You can go and, I don't know, go look at. Oh, actually, no, you can't. I lied. I lied.
It's private right now. Give it time.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is, remember you said, oh, you can just use GitHub Desktop to look at the remote, and you're right. I just forgot to do that. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so we forgot to do this part. So what I need to do first is create a new repo. So we'll do that first. We'll go into we'll just say gh repo create. Is it create or new? We'll see. Is it new?
Might be new. Oh no, create.
Let's just create. And we're going to call this OneSignal DevCycle sample, and I should spell it correctly. And I also think this should be in our OneSignal developers. OneSignal developers. Okay, so I was hoping that it would have gave me the link, but it's fine. I'll copy it. You know, even though I'm lazy. So this is going to be OneSignal developers, OneSignal DevCycle Git. Save that off. Now let's push this.
I'm so glad this is you and not me right now. We're moving a lot faster through than we would if I was driving today, or if I was.
Well, it's still not. We're still not all the way there. DevCycle. So.
I was gonna throw you an error. You had Getty.
Yeah, that explains it. Repository, https github.com, OneSignal developers, OneSignal. Okay, this is user error. This is me. I typed the same thing twice like a dumbass. So let's delete that, and I think we should be good here. Okay, so let's try this again. All right, cool. We get the thing. So now we have a new repo. This should be public, and look at that. It's still wrong. It's still wrong.
What? Oh. No, wait, hold on. It's because you're in code and color. We should be, that's the old one.
Oh, it was? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see it. Let me see. Nah, it's still wrong.
But you should go to the OneSignal.
Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, we'll just go directly to the thing. Let's go to GitHub and OneSignal developers. OneSignal DevCycle sample. I put. Oh, you know what it is? Okay. I may be ashamed to admit this.
Uh-oh.
This is a bug in GitHub Desktop.
Hey. Wait, didn't you build GitHub Desktop? No comment. No comment.
I didn't build that feature.
Best answer.
Hey.
That was the other team.
Hopefully not. Well, I mean, it was only 4 of us, but yeah. If y'all see this, I'm just talking shit. They know me. I'm just talking shit. It's my fault. All the things that are wrong, they're always my fault. All right, yeah. So it's working. It's just that when we create a repo, we store all of this stuff in IndexedDB. And it seems like when we update the remote, that doesn't get changed. That doesn't get updated. So that's the issue here. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm gonna write an issue, have them fix it. I'm not gonna do it. All right, so it looks like we're good. I'm gonna share this with everyone. Ignore that first link. I don't know how to delete links, so this is the link that y'all want to use if you want to see what it is that we've been working on. Don't use those app IDs. You know what? Fuck it. I'm about to remove it. We should have put these in environment variables anyway, shouldn't we?
We should, but it's fine. Like those will be deleted afterwards. Like we can create a new environment and whatever afterwards. So
okay,
I
guess it's okay. All right, well then, I don't know what this app is, but hopefully people don't mess it up. I'm gonna leave it public just for all of you all. So yeah, that's I mean,
I feel like that's we actually like did a good thing today, Will.
But it sounds like it's what I'm hearing is you wanna quit while we're ahead.
So I don't want to quit while we're ahead. However, I want to give us like a reason to do another one of these streams. And
before we go, can I do this? You know,
wait, hold on.
Give us a little DJ horn. You know, I don't know if you can hear this. You probably can't hear it.
I cannot.
But you missed out on all the I did some celebratory sound effects for us to mark this event of us doing something that works in a stream. This is our first time where it's like, no, it's not. This is our second time, actually.
I mean,
we left off on we had a working thing.
We had a good stream last time. I would definitely say this was a much stronger stream as a whole. I feel like we are getting better at working together. That's the thing. We've figured out all of these pieces. / I'm not driving anymore, so we move a lot faster.
Well, I'm glad that we got somewhere. What are we going to do next time? What do you want to do?
So I think we should actually start to build. Okay, so now we're integrated. We have OneSignal. We have DevCycle into an application. I want to actually do something, just build a really silly app that is that. Honestly, the kind of app that I was talking about before, like turning DevCycle into a content management system. Or something like that, just something silly. But I don't know. I feel like maybe our next piece is we looked at a bunch of we've got 2 different ways to use DevCycle here now. Maybe our next stream is to go in and look at some other ways you might use OneSignal beyond just sending a notification. I feel like that's the next step.
I think that would be I think that's good because now we at least I and also people who are watching, we understand a little bit more about the benefits of feature flagging. Yeah. And I think it'll be useful for you and your audience to understand the benefits of OneSignal, and from there maybe either me and you figure out what we do, or hopefully our audience, if they want to be a part of something, maybe they can suggest some cool things that we could do.
I love that. That is the idea. The audience. You, our people, please give us some ideas of what to do. But yeah, I think the next stream, we should do that. Will, should we figure out when we're doing our next stream now? I feel like it often gets left. What do the next few weeks look like for you?
Give me a second. I'm gonna switch our scene right quick.
Okay.
Give me 1 second to figure out how to reestablish my scene that's now broken. All right, so I think what I want to do is put me here, and then I want to put you there. And I want to remove myself from here. All right, I'm good now. All right, I'm listening. I'm fully present. What was your question?
So my question was, when should we stream next? What does the next few weeks look like for you?
I don't know, but I think that we should stream before Christmas.
Yeah, I agree.
Before the 21st, whatever that, I don't know what day that is. Just December 21st, just before that day, which gives us 3.5 weeks. So sometime in the next 3.5 weeks.
We're going to be streaming again. We'll share it out. We'll let you know. Yeah. But we're going to be back. We're building some stuff now. And this is it. I feel like also for anybody that's watching and has watched our series of these videos, I kind of love that we've taken 3 streams to get where you are, because I feel like this is the real development journey, is you got to struggle to get everything set up, and then it starts moving rapid, right?
Why don't you share some of the milestones on that journey? Where did we start off? Why do we switch to this basic vanilla JavaScript?
So I mean, we were very ambitious when we started. Not only were we both learning each other's technologies, but we were we're going to use we're gonna do Next.js too, and we're gonna make this it's gonna be the best Next.js implementation that we could possibly find, and then we just kept hitting errors, and it was errors both related to the repositories that we were using, based on the way that our two SDKs interacted together. And the problem was that we had all of these issues that were actually coming from the use of these frameworks, right? Like, all of the power that these frameworks give you also come with a lot of like things you've got to sort through. And at the end of the day, it took us 3 weeks to try and sort through those issues. And then I think this was a smart decision, was just like, no, we're just going to go vanilla JS, just a basic HTML page. And it worked. And now we're a second stream into using this, and it's just working, and we're getting through, and we can actually start using the technologies. And eventually we can use the React or some other thing, but like, that's been the core reason why we've really focused on, let's do this really simple implementation of these to show you how they work, and then we can dig into like those cool things that you get from using a framework. But right now we just want to show you how to use these tools, and then we'll worry about frameworks later.
I'm gonna go a step further. Community. That's what the community is for. Community contributions. Appreciate it. If you are someone who is a Next expert, or you're a Remix expert, or you're insert whatever your tool is expert, a lot of the workflow that we've gone through, that won't change, like based on your technology. So if you think this is cool, one thing that you all could do is maybe put some stuff out, not necessarily here, but like just put some stuff, write a blog post, just saying, oh, this is how I do this with this. Maybe be surprised, there might be other people on earth who are having that problem. And if you help them, you have now become someone who has become a producer of value, and instead of just a consumer of it. So those of you, I know I have a lot of folks who are trying to get into tech. One of the better ways is to show your value up front. Don't ask people to bet on your value, because not everybody gambles.
I love that. That was a much better answer. Or I love that extension to that answer. That was awesome.
I always have to give regular life advice, because fortunately and unfortunately, whichever one, however you choose to look at it, a lot of folks who watch me aren't necessarily into tech. So I got to make sure, I got to make it approachable and fun for them, I suppose, but also give a little bit of like, just how does this affect you in real life? A little bit.
I love that. That is so true. Man,
well,
I love this, man. This is always such a great way to spend an hour or so of my week. I love just chatting with you and getting to build some cool shit with you. This is a lot of fun, man.
Well, same here. I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to our next stream. Someone will. I'm pretty sure. I'm the one who's just not organized, so he will do. He'll probably have all the things. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like I know I'm really bad about stuff, but I am responsive. I'm at least that. So I at least I know what I'm good at.
I love that. Well, I think with that, we're going to leave it for today on my stream anyways. So thank you to everybody that's on Will's stream and watching on his channels right now. Thanks so much for having me. I'm super excited to get to connect with you all. For anybody that's been watching on any of my channels or the DevCycle channels, thanks for tuning in. Check out Will's channels. Where can they find you, Will? Code and Color?
Yeah, I am Will Shepherd everywhere.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I am Will Shepherd. Shepherd spelled like the one that's in the dictionary, the sheep shepherd. The other thing that I think you should do is, if there's any developer community stuff that you would like to share, like links, send it to me via Slack, Andrew, and I can share it in our chat. And whoever's here, you all can go and check out some DevCycle stuff. And if any of you are looking for more OneSignal stuff, you can go to, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing I'm telling Andrew to do. Take my own advice.
Awesome.
We have
I'm going to share this in I'm going to share this in our Discord. So if you're interested in getting this, you'll be able to check this out on our Discord / I'm also just going to grab it now.
Oh, you're sharing your Discord? Okay, let me pull up Slack. Get that up.
It's that bit.ly link.
Oh, the bit.ly link? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Link. All right, yeah, so this second link is If you like to join the DevCycle Discord, you can go there and you could probably like talk to people there and learn more about different use cases of this type of technology. And yeah, so you should have everything you need to learn more. And we will be back at some point in the future within the next 3 weeks.
Awesome.
That's as much of a promise as I can make. Within the next 3 weeks, you'll see us.
We will be back. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Will. Thank you so much, everybody. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right. Peace.